What is your name? Finish it properly. Mention it very well. Ibrahim Ibn that.
Ibrahim.
Uman. What do they mean? You don't know. You just listen to them. Breath. Oh. You're feeling fly. Okay. So today we'll start looking at the states of consciousness. Consciousness. State of consciousness. What is consciousness? When we say that someone is conscious, what do we mean? Are you conscious? Yes. What do we mean? Umuntu? Is consciousness related to Umuntu? Yes, no. How yes, how no?
It's a feeling that you have going on becoming more your present something. That feeling.
Conscious. Not conscious. 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 You get that one, right? So no matter what we're doing, we may talk about solving mathematics or homework or playing a video game. We may talk about picking something like a pencil, a t-shirt. When we are doing any activity that relates to our being conscious, consciousness in the simplest way may mean awareness. Am I aware of what I'm doing? Would imply, am I conscious of what I'm doing? For example, what I'm doing now. You are learning. Are you aware of what you are learning?
Yes.
What of something you are putting in your mouth? Are you aware of it?
Yes.
Okay. So how would one now define what consciousness is? Consciousness. Angela, are you conscious?
No.
Are you conscious? Yeah. Okay. How conscious are you? What's happening around you now? That you are putting on the rosary? You are putting on the white straw in the black t-shirt. Okay. So in the simplest sense, consciousness implies awareness. Are you aware of what is happening with you? Are you aware of what is happening around you? Consciousness. We say we're talking about state. In science, which type of science is that? When you talk about the state of matter. State of matter. Which are? Solid, liquid, gas, liquid, solid. And so what we want is to look at the state of consciousness. So awareness includes that one of the self. Sometimes we may look at you and think things are okay with you when you know yourself. You hate yourself yesterday, and even though you are walking, your walk seems energetic, you have your own internal bodily pain. Self-awareness. You also have body awareness or bodily sensation. Self-awareness, bodily sensation, and then thoughts and environmental awareness. We are aware of our thoughts. That is why nobody can know that you want to go and kill yourself. But only you, right? You go somewhere very far, no one discovers very easily that this is what you did to yourself. You don't want to trouble anybody. Because it's just happening inside your thoughts. Environmental awareness. How can we talk about environmental awareness? Are there dogs around here? Are there things around here? Environmental awareness. Are there plants around here? Are there shops around here? Okay? You need to be conscious of, for example, the map around this place. You recently came to your area 47. You do not know the shortcut. The only route that you know is that long one. State of consciousness. Awareness. Now, what is the opposite of conscious? To be conscious. Unconscious. Someone who is conscious, the other one must be unconscious. Meaning, the other one must be unaware. Because consciousness implies awareness. Unconsciousness then, unaware. Or unawareness. Okay? Good. An example would be Mary fell off the ladder and hit her head. Mary fell off the ladder and hit her head. Let's listen to this very carefully. Mary fell off the ladder and hit her head, knocking herself unconscious. Knocking herself unconscious. So let's understand the unconscious of Mary in this case, and also the psychological one, where we're saying consciousness and unconsciousness are more complicated than just falling unconscious. Because you fell from the tree, you fell from the ladder, boom, unconscious. The kind of consciousness and unconsciousness that we'll be talking about here is more complicated than that. That's why we'll be looking at the state of consciousness. Okay. Sigmund Freud, that we know very well as psychology, suggested that even when we are awake, many things lay outside the realm of our consciousness. I might be walking, right? I might be walking and walk into the car, the truck. When you are thinking that I'm okay, right? I might be walking not knowing where I'm going, not aware of where I'm going, not being aware of where I'm going. When because I am walking, normally the onlookers think that everything is okay with me. What may cause different states of consciousness? Depression, anxiety, problems at different levels, disappointment, What may lead to disappointment, to depression, to that anxiety? Different problems of different levels, leading to different states of consciousness or unconsciousness. There are other people that have packed cars, maybe at ShopRite, or maybe someone. You went to the funeral, right? Or you went to do shopping, right? You went to the barber shop, to the saloon. And after finishing doing whatever you were doing, you forget that you came with the car. Instead going home. With the keys in your hand. State of consciousness. Psychosocial counseling. It's important that we know these states of consciousness because we're going to be dealing with people of different levels, different problems, different states of consciousness. Okay. So Freud introduced the concept of the subconscious. Subconscious. What does subconscious mean? I am conscious, and then there is consciousness and subconsciousness. What does that mean? There are some memories that are not accessible to our conscious mind. So I'm a which will Unless you provoke them, they'll come out. Has anybody taken some drugs under normal circumstances and someone provokes you? Actually, you call it a moment. And someone provokes you and starts shouting at you and what? Anyone to give an example. The way you're going to react, someone who has never shouted, it's not that you don't know how, the insights are there somewhere, but the way they'll come out, my friend, you'll be surprised. It's something which is in the subconscious. When it is provoked, it comes out now. Because it has been awakened. So we say Sigmund Freud introduced the concept of the subconscious and proposed that some of our memories and our basic motivations are not always accessible to our conscious mind. Not always accessible. Meaning they might be accessible sometimes, but not always. Now, upon reflection, it is easy to see how slippery a topic of consciousness might be, right? It's very complicated to understand sometimes why certain people behave the way they behave. Very difficult. Because of the different states of consciousness. And psychologists have got a lot of answers to sometimes why things happen the way they're happening, even in the behavioral aspect of people, that is leading to even the street kills, streetism, prostitution, murder cases, criminality, the issues of divorce. There are some explanations to this because of this state of consciousness. There are other people that they dream. Have you ever experienced? It's during the day. You just sit a little bit, you start dreaming. Not that you are asleep, but there's a certain state in which you fall. Daydreaming. It's a different state of consciousness. What about when you are drunk? In what state of consciousness do you become? What about when you have taken some drugs? What state of consciousness do you become? What about when I provoke you to that extent that you just have to react? I call you all sorts of names that you do not want, that you hate. I provoke them. When I want to God wants to cockroach. There was a certain boy, very quiet. The parents were separated. And then someone said bad about his mother. The boy started crying. He cried. And after finishing the cry, he took a knife. Wanting to hammer someone, the same person who said that. State of consciousness. When you are upset, under what state of consciousness do you fall? So we're going to describe different levels of awareness, different states of awareness. Are there some experiences that we could give on the states of awareness, consciousness? According to different experiences, we may have behaved from these. Have you seen people that will just go and start biting their teeth, their tongue, like, are they aware of what they're doing to themselves? They only wake up to see blood all over. They would just fall into the river and because they are unconscious. And you tell them to say, hey, I'm using some Jordan antimatter. Yes. That's a traditional explanation or whatever religious explanation, which psychology has its own explanation. And sometimes that's why certain problems, you try to handle them in this way, they will not per se get healed. Because it's a specific, particular state of consciousness. Okay? Now, we have one state of consciousness called low awareness. Low awareness. How would we describe the low awareness? You can give an example, or who can explain? Low awareness. Low awareness. I'm not so much focused on what is happening around here. I'm not so updated what is happening around here. Low awareness. Low awareness. That's a level of consciousness. Hey. No. Someone is busy eating. Are you not? What? Leave me alone. What? Others are busy. It doesn't affect me. Lower levels of what are the examples we give? Someone is calling your name, and you seem not to hear, or you're not getting. You're not hearing that person calling you. I know in special needs education you say, I enjoy good or that one is a special case. But we're talking about levels of awareness in psychology. Of course, at a certain point, we have to connect it to special needs, right? Yeah. Now, there are some significant sensory information that you cannot capture to the fullest. Some sensory information you cannot capture. Like the sense of what? Smell. There is some sewage noise around, and it doesn't affect you. This is a dangerous place. There's a lion coming there, that's where you are going. Low levels of what? Awareness. And sometimes when you go back telling them what they were doing, they seem clueless. What are the examples would you give about low levels of awareness? In the exam, in the examination, you studied very well because you are supposed to write 5 questions, only write 2 questions and you failed. As soon as you go outside the class, I forgot it. Can I? Once you are out of the exam, you cannot go back. And then you start hitting your head. This is your head of mine. This is how we write 5. Huh? Someone is saying, you are writing 5 the other way. To your young sisters, I know that's what you were doing, but you cannot even remember because you think you are perfect now. This is how we write 5. It is facing the right side, but you make it face the other side. I'm feeling very comfortable. What number is this? 5. Look at it properly, that's 5. And then we have, there are many tests that are carried in order for you as a psychologist to detect the low levels of consciousness of someone. And how you can help such a person to improve their levels of consciousness. In your understanding, how would you improve somebody's level of awareness for those who have got low levels of awareness? As social workers. Ibrahim, the way you are, sometimes you look absent-minded. How can you improve your low level of consciousness? Make sure that you don't make noise with the chairs. These lectures are uploaded, so your friends normally complain of the noise. Our mind. Yes, you were saying. And madam, you can at least come in over there. Just like that. Yes, Ibrahim. Are you getting the state of what? Awareness.
Awareness.
Yeah. Ndofuna kuti ugeresa nyumba na hayi akusama motivation through
motivation someone.
Motivating someone. How would we motivate someone?
By giving a by giving them or telling them the right way, how they can improve.
Telling them, giving them encouraging ways. Like, can we help you? Motivating the person? How? Okay. Through guidance and counseling. The first thing we need to carry out an assessment, a test on the person. When you go for guidance and counseling, I first need to know who you are. I first need to know your background. I need to know your parents' background and your parents' background, right? So that I know where your problem is originating from. I will not be wrong to conclude why you are a slow learner in class. I will not be wrong to conclude why you think so fast in class. If I followed who your parents are, or if I followed the intelligence quotient for your relative, your genes, that is most likely going to tell me why you are behaving like this, why your levels of consciousness. You are able to tell this person is intelligent, or you are. So in order for us to help the person, we need, who has got a low awareness, we need to first take a test upon that person. Now, what are we testing? We are testing an individual's unconscious reaction towards various responses. We are talking about a response to the cognitive construct, the way the mind responds to the surroundings, to issues that deal with morality, that deal with intelligence. How do you answer questions? This is a question for 20 marks. Someone just writes 2 lines. 2 lines, 20 marks. And the person is convinced this answer is going to give me 20 marks. I have finished. I finished within 15 minutes. Okay. I'm considering it. What do you think? Low level of consciousness. Didn't you see the marks allocated this way? What is the difference between a 20 marks question and a 2 marks question? Levels of what? Consciousness. So we need to test how this person thinks. We're talking about the mental coming, mental representations. Hello, madam. How are you? Are you looking for a seat? Yeah, please. So we're going to makes you not to respond to what we are feeling or sensing? What is going on in your mind? Are all the wires well connected in your brain? If not, why? Is it because of the problems that came as a result of you not being fed properly in your mother's womb when your mother was pregnant? Is it because your parents were hammering each other, fighting every time? You look very happy and healthy, and is it because your parents were having sex every now and then and they were happy with all the money around? Is it because they were praying every time, and is it because of the availability of good nutrition? Why does this person always react negatively every time? What? Oh, leave me alone. This person doesn't care whether you have friends or not. I don't care, right? What makes you react like that? Lower levels of consciousness to other people's feelings. You don't care. Let us diagnose this person. It is only after diagnosing the person to know why the person reacts this way that we can come up with ways of motivating the person through counseling, psychosocial counseling. Psychosocial counseling deals with the mind, the mind, the study of the mind, psycho, logos. Okay? The other level of awareness is high awareness. There was a list that was going around, you may have seen it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 12, 19, 36, 21. And the person this child is very confident. Yeah. You are laughing, he's looking at you. 35, 31, 31, 35, 31, 35. I will not proceed. In my mind, when I'm mentioning the numbers. Why the lapses? And to me, it's normal. State of awareness. So the high level of awareness may be influenced by invisible factors. Even the low level of awareness may also be influenced by invisible factors. But it does not mean that those invisible factors are not there. And it doesn't mean that we are helplessly controlled by them. If we find the remedy, we can come up with them. Someone is a heavy chain smoker. Are you not aware that you smoke heavily? Are you not aware that you drink heavily? Are you not aware that you get upset easily? Yes, you are. Are you not aware that you have no capability to say no to a man or woman? Yes, you are. I one time was asking in a class to say, why is it that in most cases there are girls who would accept 5 men, 6 men, 7 men, and it doesn't bother them? Who can come out, girls, who can come out and honest and give us the answer? And then this one stood. Like in my case, yes. My body is so like imagine you come to me. Yes? And if you see that I say no, how would you feel? I said, bad. I said, so you should be in the shoes of the other person. Couldn't you look at it? Actually, I'm not time. So you come, I'll accept you. Another one comes, I don't want to disappoint them. That is why. The person is aware, right? But she has a convincing reason behind that. Is the convincing one?
No.
Do not hate each other's feelings. This person doesn't want to hate you. Ethically wrong, right?
No.
Morally wrong. But that was her point to say, I don't want to disappoint a man. As if it was about me, no, let him not cry because of you. You know? But we are saying, I am aware, and if I make an effort to change, I can change. Those who go on a therapy to stop drinking, to stop drugs, taking drugs, abusing drugs, if you take a decision to go into the rehabilitation center, that is the first step. You have accepted what you are. You have accepted who you are. And so the process of change begins. Right? Hello? It's like a person who is not going to church and then says, I have to start going to church. I have realized what not going to church has done to me. So what I need is the process of what? Change. Transformation. And I've realized how painful it is to fail. Every day. When friends are going for games and whatever, I'm busy studying because I don't want that experience again. I am aware. High levels of awareness. Because of stealing someone, I witnessed someone being cut his head like that, being beheaded. And they say, I'm not going to go steal again. High levels of awareness. If you make an effort to change, it is possible to control it. Alright? Honestly, we can knock as well. But nobody responded, right? Thank you. Next time, wait for a response. Because maybe we will be gangsters here, ready to shoot whoever comes. You understand, right? Thank you. Alright. So you look at he says, and we're looking at the levels of awareness. If I did not hear him, at what level of awareness was I? Are we getting that? So when we talk about the high levels of awareness, the person is aware. You know your problem. And with effort you can change. With effort I can change. Even for people I do not know. And my friends were abducted. And so when I see the negative consequence of what my can do, I say, I need to try hard to stop. I am able to go whatever milestone to accept a man or a woman so that I cannot be going out of boundaries. Boundaries that have really worked out boundaries if I'll die. Madam, if we took that phone from you, I observed since she came, she's on phone. Now imagine I take it away from you. Would you survive? Would you? Seriously? If you cannot for a second keep it aside and you are in class, what more when you are outside? So high levels of consciousness. In order for me to challenge this, what should I do? When you take a first step to change, it's going to work. Because high levels of awareness need what? It needs what? You to take or make an? You need to make an effort. You need to take a step. Let us allegory of the cave. You remember? Do you remember it? I was given an example to say there are people who have been brought up in a cave. Philosopher Plato was saying, giving that allegory. And they are facing this direction. Their hands tied up. You remember that story? No. You don't know. It's not true. And what happened was, these people, it is assumed they grew up from that cave. They were facing this direction. And behind them there was a small opening. So when it is daylight like this, things are passing here. Human beings, animals, what are passing behind. And we are seeing like a video on the wall. The shadows are reflecting there. And so in a car, organize the one bit as a philosopher. You know about different steps. What are those things which move on the wall? Could this be reality? That's how our life is going to be now and forever? Then I decided to ask my neighbor, why don't we try to untie ourselves? So that we go and see maybe there's another life other than this one. This one refuses. I turned to the left, asking a colleague, can we try to, let's help each other. Use your mouth to untie me. Untie me. So that we go outside. And the friend says, hey, my friend, you are very foolish. Do you think that we are here by mistake? By accident? We have been here throughout. I'm not complaining. This man just tried to shake his hand and he turned round to see the opening. He would go out. But as soon as he came out, there was a reflection of the light. He couldn't see properly. Initially started seeing blurred visions, and eventually after some minutes, he could see properly. Looking at the beauty of the world, oh wow, nice. If it were these days, you would see this gentleman capturing pictures like the Virginians of this world, with this lady, and posting on TikTok. So as soon as he saw that, he went back. Let me go and tell my friends how beautiful this outside is. We are being deceived inside there. It's hell inside there. He came back with excitement telling the people, what did they do? They wanted to bind him alive. Then he ran out and said, remain, I have gone. We are saying high awareness as a type of consciousness. And if you have to come out of it, you need to take a step, right? How is it connected to Plato's allegory of the cave? This man, who was trying to make a step to come out, came out by himself and his own effort. The others refused. It includes effort for attention and careful decision making. Effort for attention and careful decision making. The man decided to go out of the cave, come out of the cave, so that he could see some other life out there. High awareness, high awareness, high awareness, high awareness. You decide the life you want. You choose after making a decision what life you want. What do I want to live a full life? Have many girlfriends? Do I want to live a full life? Have many boyfriends? Because you may end up losing all of them and being beaten seriously and even being killed. You want to live an unprecedented life? Stop studying and go start partying every weekend. Every day is a weekend. All right. There are other examples that when you listen to a funny story on a date, or consider which class schedule would be prepared, or complete a complex math problem, you are engaging a state of consciousness that allows you to be highly aware and focused on a particular detail in your environment. High state of awareness. If you may go for the meditation of the monks, have you watched videos of monks praying, meditating, and how vicious they fight? Come on, go together alone in defeating a huge Goliath. Why? Because of the intense physical and mental exercises they call. That they will be able to stand with this finger up, the whole body resting on this thing. You think that is easy? That they will be able to go up and remain here, not falling down. You jump, and because you are in a certain state of truance, you remain here. It's witchcraft, yeah? Psychology does that.
Can I ask a question? So psychology is stronger than gravity. Gravity. Mr. Gravity is the thing that's supposed to do with the body. So that happens. That means psychology is better than gravity.
Maybe if you would want to say at a certain level, because on its own this happens, but it needs training of the mind. It needs training of the body. Even those of you who have done, you don't just know. Those of you who do the somersaulting, there are others who have somersaulted how many times in the air? What do you think happens? You use the mind. You prepare the mind to do that. High level of consciousness, awareness. Okay. Now, when a person has got lower stress, mavuto lower stress, then zote zimaenda. Angakhala vile kujini. You cannot have a good, well-built body with problems going to the gym, even if you are eating both. high level of consciousness, you know that even if I go to the gym, if I go to Nyamule, if I'm not sure that problem comes. When we're talking about the high level consciousness, we have got what we call mindfulness. Mindfulness, which is a state of high consciousness that includes an awareness of the thoughts passing through one's head. Awareness of the thoughts passing through one's head. Mindfulness. Have you ever snapped at somebody in frustration? Have you ever come across somebody who is frustrated, who is passing through frustration, disappointment? Look at the person. Okay. What do you think goes on in the mind of the person who is undergoing frustration? Because I know that most of us have not been frustrated. We're still enjoying our sweet, beautiful life. Most of us, the bigger frustrations are coming. Yes. What do we think goes on in the mind of the person who is undergoing frustration? It's just a question of assumption. We have seen people going through frustration. Anger and bitterness.